This is the Elgato 4K-X. It is one of the two brand new Elgato capture cards. And it seems like Elgato managed to make the single best USB capture card at the moment. We're talking about USB 3.2 second generation, HDMI 2.1, HDR10 for the pass-through, as well as ultra-low latency variable refresh rate. Now, you heard HDMI 2.1, and you're probably wondering, okay, what's the max resolution on this thing? For the pass-through, we are talking about 4K 144, and for the capture, we are also talking about 4K 144. I also mentioned HDR10. Let's say that you're trying to record your PS5 at 4K 120 HDR. On your pass-through, so what you will see on your monitor, that is the exact resolution that you'll have. Your capture will also be 4K 120, but at standard dynamic range. Please keep in mind that 4K 144 is the maximum resolution, not necessarily the maximum FPS. You'll get access to a wide variety of options when it comes to lower resolutions for more FPS. For example, you can record at 1080p at up to 240 frames per second. Of course, your input device needs to be able to push that. So basically in a PC to PC setup, I have some extra appreciation for the included beefy braided cables. We'll have one USB-C 10 gigabits per second and one HDMI 2.1 8K cable. The capture card also has an LED indicator at the front, as well as an analog audio input. It is pretty tiny, fits in your palm, slick, and kind of elegant. The software is the Elgato 4K capture utility. The setup instructions are on the box, and of course, this will be compatible with things like the Elgato Stream Deck. Hey y'all, thank you so much for watching this. I have a couple more info for you, so stick around. If you feel like this capture card is everything you've ever wanted, there will be an affiliate link in the description. It will bring you to this page, and of course, like a responsible adult, I encourage you to read every single thing about it to make sure it's right for you, keeping in mind that this is just one of two cards that Elgato dropped. But for the 4K-X, if you scroll enough, you'll see right here, connect any setup, there's something that says, is my device compatible? And this will tell you basically everything that's compatible with it. We have PS5, of course, PS4, PS4 Pro, Xbox Series X, S, Xbox One, XS, Xbox One, Xbox 360, Nintendo Switch. It requires the dock, because I believe that's where the HDMI port is anyway. The Steam Deck also requires the dock. Then you'll see tablets, things like the iPad. This is for capturing, right? If you want to capture the screen of your tablet, it'll tell you exactly which adapter you need. Since the capture card is HDMI in and HDMI out, you absolutely need basically HDMI in, at least. The iPad Pro is going to be a USB-C tablet, so you'll need USB-C to HDMI. Same thing for the rest. iPhone, Samsung Galaxy, Google Pixel, Windows, PCs, laptops, those are HDMI usually, so you'll be fine. That being said, for tablets, you can also capture to a tablet because Elgato recently announced that they have an app that allows you to capture anything else like your console to your tablet. If that's something you're interested in doing, make sure you look up the documentation. Okay, here I mentioned the 4K Pro. It's right there. This one goes inside of your computer and it has its own advantages. For example, pass through at 240 Hertz or frames per second, or even 8K at 60 Hertz or frames per second. But what's not mentioned here is the HDR capabilities. So make sure you read up on all of those, compare them to make sure which one is better for you. I advise you look up the Elgato 4K capture utility because it has options like flashback recording, kind of like shadow play, live commentary. You can use it to live stream while you're capturing clips without the whole overlays from your OBS and whatever, but you're getting high quality clips on the side. Oh, so that's what I was looking for. So you can capture on your iPad. So if you click here, it'll bring you to the App Store. Something else I wanted to show you is that Epos Vox has this graph of capture card latency to OBS preview, basically how fast it shows on your OBS. And as you can see, the Elgato 4K Pro seems to be leading with 30 milliseconds. Right after that is the Elgato HD60X and then the Elgato 4K-X at 35 milliseconds. compared to all of those capture cards. For example, Pengo 4K HDMI grabber is what I'm using for my camera right now, and it seems to have 49 milliseconds. EposVox also posted videos on both capture cards, and honestly, this is probably the most detailed videos you're gonna find on the subject, so highly recommend it. I will also, if I remember, put it in the description. So overall, even though my monitors are not all 4K 240Hz monitors, I'm pretty happy to have something that's gonna be at least kind of future-proof. I'm mostly gonna use it for a 2PC setup with my laptop, which is pretty much the only thing that can output that much resolution anyways. But it's also cool to know that if I ever get a PS5 or an Xbox Series X, I already have the capture card that goes with it. Especially since GTA 6 is probably not gonna drop on PC at first. I might even buy a PS5 just to play GTA. Anyways, check out the links in the description. Go out there and make me proud. Thank you, Elgato, for sending this to me. Absolutely appreciate it. And I'll see you next time. Get level out.